Alright, before we go any further, what I'm going to do is this. The movie They Live. What? The movie They Live, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Alright, real quick. Some of y'all know about this. There it is. Oh, look how funny that is. On that movie, you're going to see that right there. There's signs everywhere that says that. And there's signs that says consume. That says consume. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little about like how really evil people, this is not even people, like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all these bloodlines, look, there's something above them. Because even in ancient times, the ones that was out there that the people saw was not the ones controlling shit. It's all an illusion. Everything. All of it. You know, and it all has to do with the consciousness. And look, when we say this right here, you have no idea on how, when we say this is the biggest system of that ever devised by this thing, it is the biggest. The way this thing's going, it was created in the beginning, and we're going to talk about that. It was created very strict. And then slowly each generation is going to be allowed more freedom, and then friction, creeps. It's just chaos, blowed up in flames. Here's New World Order. Alright? Now, what we're going to do is, I don't post anything on Facebook no more. And I don't. I mean, the people around here, it's just like y'all. Those of y'all that know, I've said it, you will be hated on. It's insane. It's like, you know how easy it is to look up, you know how easy it is to learn about rocket propulsion? They'll talk about air pressure, but it's atmospheric pressure, which it's water, it's air pressure. But in order for a rocket to work, it has to have atmospheric pressure, and there's none up there. And I watched probably 5 hours yesterday of these experiments of the dummies and of creating a vacuum. And one of the guys that's a physicist that knows the truth, he is ripping them in half. But they create these vacuums, and then the flame don't work. And then they're like, that's funny. Well, and then they put this little example into a container, so it's inside of a chamber. And then it works. And they're like, well, there it works. It's like, that's not how it works. But since, it's funny too, because you see the people. That's what I keep telling an astrophysicist has to do with the astral body and the physical body. It has nothing to do with space or nothing. And when you talk to these really smart people, like, they're not smart. All they know is what they've memorized from schools, which is created by the Illuminati. Heard from the news, cartoons, and all that. Once you see these brains in these videos and the ones standing next to you, once you start to see them what's in them from up there starts to come out, and you can see their body language, and then they go right back into Ahriman. Oh, there it is. It works now. They make whatever it is works that doesn't fucking work. It is the funniest shit ever. And they're the ones that get sponsored by the brands. The brands are what? The slave traders. It's funny how this, real quick before we do this, because I need to keep All right. So there was 400 years of that. Where's the fucking money at? Amazon ain't been around but what? Not too long, and they're worth trillions of dollars. Literally. And they're not going nowhere. They've set up shop. Google. None of that shit has been around even 100 years. Can you not put... That's what we're saying. The 5-year-old childish mind can't put it together. So, what that is you just beat the shit out of them. That's it. Just, yeah. Well, where's any evidence that any of that ever existed? Because it has to do with money. Do you not see? So, when they got rid of that, they went underground. And then the brands that reset the world started giving you possessions and telling you got to pay for everything. And then that shit was ingrained through the newspapers, through the radio, and through every fucking thing else. It's not hard. And then on top of that, your birth certificate says commerce. So, 5-year-olds can't put that together. Because they'll go, did he not see all of our shit? You see these 5 degrees I've got? That comes from the 360 degrees? He's crazy. And the only way that you could do what they're doing now is to create the most childish, Disney, lower-natured, maladjusted, non-structured, compliant, obedient fucking mind through all of the fucking Nazi propaganda that you see. Everything you see is what they did there. In any war, you go look at the videos and there's signs everywhere. Signs are advertisement. It's not for the citizens. That's to keep your fucking dumb 5-year-old minds in check. So, where's the money? Where is it? We can blatantly prove now that it's gone. It's gone and there's nothing to show for it, even though it was about money. And now we have companies literally worth trillions of dollars that hadn't been in business in less than 50 fucking years. That is a fucking 5-year-old, childish, Ahrimanic fucking mind right there. You being tested. And most of y'all watching this, there ain't nothing you can say about that. The only fucking meaning you have from that is through movies. And that's sorcery. That's black magic. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to have to pick on Lafayette, Georgia. And I'm saying this is because I live right beside it. That's where most of my family grew up. And that's at the foot of Lookout Mountain, Walker County, which Lookout Mountain is just a structure. And they planted bloodlines up there just like a farm. And then raised them, they planted them with the Roman soldiers to create racism generationally in the blood. It was bare land. There's pictures. You know, so it's hard talking about this because I know people won't watch this that know me. For 10 years almost, they haven't listened to me. So what I have to do is do a research and an inventory on my bloodline. So this has nothing to do with my family. This is my genealogy. And see, when you reset little bitty fucking fake racist towns and shit, these towns that are businesses to these fucking fake things, you bring in your corporations. Oh, we got rid of that, but we're going to bring in sodas. And see, one of the first big companies down there was this. Yeah, was that. And then, I mean, there was some more plants. That's plantations. The plants are the plantations. Doesn't matter where you are. And then it doesn't matter where you live around there. Those are the quarters. Slave quarters. There's a monetary system. The resources that those people buy come in through the people that own the company. Do you not understand? They're creating a town where the resources are going to come in from out of town. Now, in the beginning, there's going to be some farming, but eventually they're going to flush that shit out. It's just like this. They'll allow the citizens to buy into this. They might even give some of them part of it. Because in time, this brand, which is fucking badass, will come in after so many generations or after so long and buy it out. Because they created the monetary system and slave system that you're in. So we have to get a better understanding of, okay, what the fuck does that do to the anatomy? What does it do to that? Come on. Is there a warning label on it? No. Now, by definition, propaganda is anything misleading. Now, can you understand that? No. That means not only are you a fucking 5-year-old, to those of y'all against me, you're beyond 5. You're this Ahrimanic fucking being that has so much pride in him that you can't even see straight. All you can see is you. That's Ahriman. Ahriman is you. So where's the money? Because we can blatantly tell how it went down, and then the birth certificates were created. Everything was all set up. The monetary system, the banking industry, the militaries was already in the fucking nations. Nationalism is Ahrimanic. It's to ingrain you. It's the flag. Everywhere's got flags. Not one place is like, fuck you and flags. And technology, and TV, and phones, and all that shit, and pills, and all that. Fuck you. No. No. Pills everywhere. Alcohol everywhere. TV everywhere. Gadgets everywhere. Internet everywhere. That's because this huge slave controller of the world, when they decided to shut the motherfucker down and to literally melt and blow up everything, and then to create this new world, because the soul is an impulse. Every soul is an impulse. So when you cross over, you have an impulse because you're a battery. So if the people only knew what has been hidden from them, oh, it would be in flames overnight. But they're fucking stupid, and I know. So what we're going to do is everywhere through here is shit. Everywhere. Literally, not even 2 football fields from my house is shit. And it's in the park. Yeah. It's fun. It don't even have to be the fucking high school football field where I went to school. When you're driving on 2A now and you look over in front of the field, and if they cover this up, it's because I said something. It's the rains, the water's slowly starting to deteriorate and expose what they've covered up. The first school battlefield right here, you know what they did to all them students? They went out there and collected fossils. Yeah, because it was all melted. It had been tainted. So they went out there and got fossils, even though it was melted. Structure. It's fucked up. It is easy. And then they started putting the water towers up, even though there's springs everywhere. And then they make the water fountains to create the illusion of, don't you drink out of that! And there was plenty of people going, listen, all that's bullshit. You see all that fucking water and all that green life growing around it, that's where we get ours. So them animals that have better life than we do, we're going to drink what they drink. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. No, it's the newspapers! You don't drink out of that! And it's so fucking ridiculous. Because the impulse that they have, this current that these Jessies and the rest of them have, these bonesmen and shit, these little secret fucking little hidden consciousness deities of Lucifer and Michael, Ahriman, I feel you, I see you. And I already figured it out not too long ago. Y'all are in this fucking current, this impulse, and I can see it. It's fucking crazy, and people can too. If they only know, but they can't be on pills and all the other shit and everything else. Sitting in front of the TV, all that dulls the senses, the faculties, the everything, all of it. Your whole fucking brain is developed inside. That's slavery. And then you're given attractions, entertainment. Let's go have fun! Not one school, let me say this. All schools should have swimming pools. Why is it that most students don't know how to swim or are afraid of the water? And you're 70% water. The ocean is the same as your blood. It's magnetic. It's electric. Yeah. It heals your anatomy too. Don't tell him there's a movie Jaws, you stupid slaves. You go in there. Black people have been suppressed the most by their own fucking false prophet. Black people keeping them down there. And them cities are nothing but fucking, it is horrible. White people just as bad. Alright. Now, I want you to get a better understanding now of, we just blew the shit out of structure. Melted it. Now we just flooded it somehow with mud. We're going to rain it on it a little bit. Give it a couple of years. Now we're fixing to move in people. Now we're fixing to move in people because we've got railroad tracks coming. Even though that whole industry, that loud sound, the thumping and all that changes the rhythm of the heart and gives you a long-term problem within the blood. Look at society. Ever since all that shit has been designed, look at how society has. It began everybody, here's everything, it's an illusion. Oh, we're sinking into straight chaos. And then you have the resources. So if you're slave traders, okay, you have to have a means of transportation. The people don't. You got to make them think that they're nothing. And they do. They think they're nothing. The people around me, they'll fucking die for what they've grown up with, which is fucking garbage. So you, in order to make them do what you want them to do, you have to control what's coming in there. And that means the resources and the ideology and the religion and their thoughts and their thinking, because you create the cities, the nightlife, and then the poverty is out there. It's bullshit. There's nothing to do, barely enough farming. So the radio's there, and these generations have never heard that. And there's these fucking careers. They're making mad money starting out, and they are. Saving, all this shit. Yeah, it's an illusion. And then as the people grow, then the corporations grow. Although it's the same corporation. Although it's an illusion. It's an illusion. So, and then in the beginning too, some of the old timers, they're dead and gone. So we can't get their story no more. But they told me, they said the train came twice a week. In most cities it did. See, when it starts out, let's say there's no fucking transportation. There's just a town square, which is Saturn, a church, a bank, grocery store, resources getting there with a train once a week or whatever. And then eventually some more people are dropped off and that community grows. And then we're going to ship in different immigrants, we'll say, to fuck all that up that we created. That mind, whatever they're fucking reading, we're giving it to them. We're giving them the newspaper, getting that fucking mind ready for propaganda generationally. There's no hardcore farming whatsoever. This is probably an 8,000 hour lecture, but I'm trying to squeeze it all in less than an hour. And that's the thing is the Ahrimanic childish 5-year-old brain, I am giving you huge pieces that you have to put together. Okay? I can't define everything in detail for a 5-year-old. I can lay the pinpoints out there, but what is it? The bullet, what is it in school you learn? Whatever the fuck it is. That's it. Lafayette, Georgia. History. Okay. It says, sorry, Skull, I gotta throw you down for a minute. I like my new toys. And see, you can Google any city in the South, hell, probably anywhere, and it's the same square set up. They're not the same buildings, although they are. It's the same square, theater, stage, same gas pumps and stations, because we've got this new fake that destroyed the earth more than anything. That fuel kills everything. It's the same thing. Jail, black and white police cars, because that's Saturn, same as the judge in the courtroom and the judges, the referees in the ball games. That's a court, really. That's a square. Courtyard, courtroom, court. We're playing ball, being judged by Saturn. Saturn rules the fucking courtroom there, like on the stage and the fucking game. You're starting to get the picture. So, is a city in the county seat of Walker County. And see, Walker County, WC, Walker, that's the 23rd letter, WC is the 3rd. So 233. 233 is the 51st prime. 4, May the 1st, the Bavarian Illuminati. Alright, Lafayette is part of the Chattanooga, Tennessee, Georgia Metropolitan Statistical Area. real quick, the name Metropolitan. There it is. Alright. We've done this. There it is. This is the first movie about like AI robots. Let me see if there's a glare in there. Well, it's not even up. This is called Metropolis. 1927 full movie. Now I want you to look at that pentagram. That's a pentagram right there behind them. And this is the first movie of AI. Pentagram, right there. Right here. Right there. This is almost 100 years old. They're telling you. They already had it. Right there's the pentagram. Right there. There's the fucking pentagram. Now you got to think about this. Our great-great-great-grandparents were watching shit like this if they had a chance, or they were listening to it. And then they have no fucking idea what that is. And think about it now. Y'all have gone through 3 or 4 generations and still don't know what that is, even though that symbol right there with the point down is Ahriman. That is Ahriman, and that is a realm of fucking black magic and sorcery that controls people. And it is on all the toys. It is on every fucking thing that there is. I have plenty of books and literature of seers and everything taking up for Christians and religions saying, you better stay away from that symbol. And then you go, don't listen to him. He is fucking crazy. You know how Disney is. Disney knows us. Lafayette was founded as Chattooga in 1835 as the seat newly formed Walker County. The county was named after the former United States Senator Freeman Walker. Chattooga was renamed Lafayette in 1936 after Gilbert du Marquis de Lafayette, the French aristocrat who fought in the American Revolutionary War. Lafayette is located at 34 whatever. It's always good to learn the coordinates. According to the United States Census Bureau, yada yada yada, 8.1 square miles. This is fucking crazy. As fast as technology is, you get a 2010 census. What? It's not hard to just run the numbers right now. Bam, there they are. I mean, it's crazy. And that's just going to talk about that. And there's nothing else. There's nothing else. So, and all this is melted shit everywhere. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Lafayette, Georgia. Let's see. What can we put? First, businesses. The Bank of Lafayette, our history. What is Lafayette famous for? Whoa, hold up. It says Lafayette is the county seat of Walker County and boasts a rich Native American, Civil War, and African American history. We were never taught about any of that, ever, here. See, that's what's fucked up. Is it doesn't matter where you go to school, you never learn about real shit that happened around you. They got museums and shit. That's for the tour guides. Toroidal field. See, the tour is creating a lie the same way the torus field creates the magnetic field through you. Pastor, creator, actor, tor. I mean, think about the word tor. Dictatorship. That's the toroidal field ship, maritime admiralty law. All right, so isn't that crazy? We can't even find businesses. It just says the bank. let's see, General Lafayette. And then it's just a fucking, there you go. And I already know if you're watching this, my family grew up down there. Yeah, mine did too. Okay, Lafayette, Georgia. Beginning town square. A look at Lafayette's historical places. You see the buildings. It's the same setup. They just go in there and throw shit down. Okay, 3 properties in northwest Georgia, city known as the Queen City of Highlands. Whatever, we're not looking at that. Marsh, whatever the Chattooga Academy, also known as John B. Gordon Hall, is a there's a brick 2-story 2-room structure, very well preserved for a 183-year-old. Hall was a Confederate general. And do you not see how every child down there and everywhere is being indoctrinated by Satan and Nazis, by their phones every night, just sitting here. And it doesn't matter what they watch. There's some redneck, rebel flag, hot flash somewhere, racism, slavery, yeah. It's stupid. So it doesn't matter what's there. It doesn't matter if all white people live there. In time, all those children that are fucking dumb as shit, that don't know nothing, their whole existence is created inside. Their whole existence. They will get rid of every bit of that in order to bring in more dicks, and to bring in more orgies, and to bring in more coffees, and to bring in more poisons and more substances. That's how it's designed. Doesn't fucking matter. But it's like my granny, she worked for Coca-Cola. And certain people owned it. And then they sold it back. I mean, that's the illusion of these corporations. At the end of the day, what does it do for society? It's bad. And yet they made that was the only thing down there, along with just the other plants, just to get shit going. Because remember, the coke ovens are down there too, in Chickamauga. And you can go inside of them, and I'll do a video, and there is you can see, they've got some kind of weapon, something to where they can just go in there and go, and then the first layer is literally like liquid. Because it is literally dripping down. Like off of it. It's dripping down. And you can break them off, and it lets you know there ain't been that many people there. Over time, they'd have done broke off. You can't have an oven that fucking hot with red brick that turns into liquid like drops of water and then go and reharden. Can't do it. And see, that's the whole thing too is in front of them coke ovens is a huge structure, and in front of that huge structure used to be a trailer park. You see what I mean? They just set up fucking living quarters and then put plants. There's shaw down there. Shaws everywhere around here. Plants. They're plants. What did they live on? Plantations. What we live in? A nation. You work at a plant in a nation, a plantation. We cannot give it to you any more salt. That is a lie. They're the ones still in charge. All they did was clean their mess up and planted stupid white people. Raised them racist. And then after that, they just continue. But truthfully, they're outnumbered now. They're fucking way outnumbered because towards Lookout Mountain, supposedly they're putting 1,500 units up down there and building a Hyatt hotel. So that's these fuckers that covered it up. And now they're coming in and they're going to build on top of it. Get rid of it completely. We're going to get rid of it. These fucking stupid people are having so much fun fucking being dumb that we could and they do show you in their movies the sun and like what you'll see with your eyes in clips for a split second. They show you. And while y'all are sitting there going, I can't wait to get these impulses from this movie right here. It's going to control me more and make me think that everything is real that a movie tells me. In news, too. You see our fucking degree, man. You see it. I can see this. I can see how a man came from the hospital bed and is kicking your fucking ass. And the only thing you got against me is a materialistic possession. That's it. And a piece of paper that says in a man system that you have power. Well, what's inside of me you do not have. And what that says up there and in here and in Scripture says I got the fucking power on the other side and you don't. It should have been spring wells, springs being developed, huge farmland. Oh, and they didn't let them grow cotton down there either. If they did, it was very regulated. These were poor fucking people. Cotton makes clothes. We go buy that from the fucking store, man. We don't want to make clothes. We want to stay done redneck forever. We don't want to fight and grow hemp and literally never depend on man. And since that shit down there and everywhere else, those generations grew in, it's slaves, criminals, and orphans. That's what they did. They just brought in orphans. You know, boarding schools are school boards now. So the stupid fucking ones around me with their fake money and their fake image and possessions that run in there, I'm on the school board. It's like you come from a boarding school, which is that. We don't like you. Everybody ready to watch Disney for senior day? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're saying. If they ever, which they ain't gonna wake up. And since what y'all are doing up there at that fucking January 6th shit, I think I need to go ahead and go to the White House and lay my claim to fame and go live with 3 gadgets. Live at all times. Live. Every second of the fucking day. Because see, I'll tell y'all right fast. This is the plan. My 3rd year with my 3rd year chip from AA, we were going to give it to Trump. Because we got the magazines and all this other shit. It wasn't about that. It's about helping the ones that helped me and the others. No money, no nothing. His brother died an alcoholic. And so my black sponsor, since the world's racist, and I have to use it even though me and him are the same color, people see color and they're like, you're crazy. It's like we're the same on the inside. Me and him and the white cop was going to go and give Trump this. My 3rd year chip and a patrolman badge from the police department. People don't get these. This is a patrolman badge from the police department because I apologized or I thanked them for doing their job since I was a fuck up. People don't do that. But this was to give to Trump. We sent this into Fox News in a huge package after the articles. And when no one responded, all these people that I know started researching. And now they've done their part and they know it's a fucking lie. So now it's my job to get this to Trump to raise enough fucking hell. It doesn't matter how you feel about him. I could care less about it. But this represents every person struggling on earth, and especially in America. EMTs, fucking military, everybody that has been fucking lied to and people that are struggling. This is for Trump, for his brother. Okay? And for the people in the hospitals that actually did help me, even though I can rip your fucking career in half. And this is to change this nation over fucking not and learn the 12 systems of the anatomy, the 12 cranial nerves, the 12 constellations, the 12 cell salts, the 12 solar lunar ganglia that comes out of here, and how all of it's connected. You're going to look up, you're going to learn the movement of the heavens, the movement of the moon, the quarters. The quarters in the fucking games from sports comes from the moon. You're going to learn the fluids in the brain. That's right. On behalf of an alcoholic. And watch. When I challenge these people around me around here with this same challenge, I'm the only hope they have to ruffle this motherfucker up. And they hope to God, they would better hope that the people would be like, yeah, yeah. Even if I'm against them or with them, it's the principle of saying, this is for you on behalf of 10 years of being ignored. And your brother died an alcoholic, and I'm here to say that his fucking life wasn't for nothing. And it's this People don't have a clue of what the fuck I have been through for this. I can tell you this, y'all got a house. You don't know what I've been through. That shit ain't going nowhere, and this ain't going with me either. But what it took to get this is in here. That can go with me over there. What it took you to get this physical thing can't go fucking with you. Y'all are going to go to the other side never looking up. Wouldn't that be horrible? To be dead and then to all of a sudden be forced to look up at what you never did forever. And to try to get into those emotions that have came to life that are worldly, but you can't. And those feelings of, oh, look at that movie. Ooh, look how good this tastes. That can't go with you. That destroys the anatomy. Watching TV and shit destroys the organs, the brain, and every fucking thing. Ahriman is you against me. Go to your pastor. That's Lucifer. He controls the Ahrimanic spirits. And then I can blast the Luciferian spirits, and then I can blast the ones that control them, and then 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 eventually I can get to you where you at way over there. And sometimes above us, just flying around in your shit going, yeah, look at what we've done. Look at what we've done. Oh, look how cool it is what we've done. Look at this. We have used all the elements that are here against them. Because I can't do it on my own. And that's called a fucking chump in our book. I love you.